welcome back to Keto Homestead with Jess. Today we're going to have a morning chat. So come along with me as I talk about what's going on in life. So it's about 6 o'clock in the morning. I just woke up. I haven't even washed my face or brushed my teeth yet or done anything with my hair. But I wanted to get on here and give you a little update of what's been going on in my life. I've really taken a step back from any social media, YouTubing, Facebook, all the negativity that could flow into my life. I'm just, as I said in my previous video, I'm just focusing on myself right now and trying to get myself right. In that, I have to say, I'm pretty excited. It feels like a lot of things in my life are starting to line up. You all know that I read the Joyce Meyer book. I am on the last chapter. This book, The Battlefield of the Mind, has, I think it's 25 chapters. Yeah, it has 25 chapters. I'm on my last chapter. So that means I've been reading this for 25 days. It's just talking about getting your mindset right and thinking on positive things, thinking on the right types of things. This book has really helped me. And I know I've said it before, but it's really mentally helping me. I think it was last week was mental health awareness, I believe. Maybe the week before, I don't know. But that's really what I've been focusing on in life, and I don't mean to leave you all hanging. I just have to make myself a priority right now. With as much pain as I'm going through right now, I, as a child, even though I had so many traumatic events happen in my childhood, I was always happy and joyful and just bubbly, and I laughed all the time, I smiled all the time, and I'm trying to get back to that place. I'm really good at covering that up when I'm around people. I don't want to say I'm deceiving, but I try to keep the atmosphere positive and smiley and laughing. I try not to lie when people ask me about my pain, but a lot of times I will just I just brush off my pain. If somebody asks me how I'm doing, I always say I'm good. If they ask me how my pain is, you know, I say I'm okay, honestly. So technically I am lying. But that's where I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get back to my bubbly self. It's been a while since I've felt happy and joyful and bubbly and smiley, and that's where I'm headed. What has happened lately is I've connected with an old acquaintance, and I'm really happy about that. I'm excited about it. She has became a naturopathic doctor, so that's right up my alley with natural remedies and homeopathic care. And I spent 2 hours yesterday talking to her, and I honestly believe that not everybody needs a therapist or a psychiatric therapist or whatever you want to call it when you go through when you go through a traumatic event, or you have anxiety or PTSD. Although I do believe it's very healthy and very beneficial to talk about the things that you've been through in your life. And so what I've experienced in the last couple weeks, like Barrett, he is so supportive. He is such a good man, and I'm not just saying that because I'm biased and he's my husband, but he is, I take him for granted. He is very, very intelligent when it comes to stressful situations and life lessons, and he's just very wise. And sometimes when he's sitting there talking to me, I'm just like, man, he is so smart. And I don't tell him that though. I should, but I don't. But last week, I think I was going through like a little bit of a mental breakdown. I just had such a heavy load on my heart and on my shoulders, and with my anxiety, as I said, I hide that from people, and I hide it from Barrett as well. as well as with my pain. I hide that from him as well. And so I had all this stuff bottled up, and we talk about it a little bit, but I don't tell him to the extent of what I am feeling. So last week we sat down and I just let loose. I let him have it. I told him everything that was causing me anxiety, what was putting me in that place. And I bawled my eyes out. I think the last 2 weeks I've cried more than I've ever cried in my life. And I was just able to release all that onto him and get his feedback on it and everything. And it just felt like a whole weight was lifted off my chest and off my shoulders. And then, like I said, yesterday I spoke for 2 hours with my acquaintance, the naturopathic, and I think just talking about them childhood traumas just really just lifted a weight off of my shoulders. And it was kind of like a freedom. Like I felt some freedom. I felt peace. So I'm still working on myself. I'm doing these just little tasks on my own that I've learned, like reading the books and keeping my positive thoughts and not allowing negative people into my life, just staying away from all of that. Also, I used to, back when I worked, I used to coupon a lot and was able to do a lot of couponing because I had money, for one. So I got back into couponing. I'm not doing it every day. I don't have the money financially to do that, but because it was the beginning of the month, we did have a little extra money, and I was able to do a little couponing, and that really lifted my spirits too, because I spent like $29, $30, and was able to get things that we needed, like dish soap and laundry soap and cleaning supplies. So that really lifted my spirits to be able to go out and do that. I also was able to go to Walmart, and Walmart has a hidden clearance. I don't know if you know about that, but I do a lot of hidden clearances, and I was able to get a couple of things. And I know shopping shouldn't be something that you rely on for your happiness, but I think for women, when you shop and you're able to get the pretty things, that it does give you an energy boost. It does give you a mental uplifting. So while I was in there, I was able to get a new coffee cup. I think it's really cute. And it says, "God is in her heart, she will not fall." I just love this. And I was able to pick this up for $2. Originally, it was like $6.98 or something. And then also, I love the Pioneer Woman collection. She's got some really cute stuff out. And I found these little mason jars. I don't know what they are. I guess they're not mason jars, but I found these little glass jars, and they were on hidden clearance for $2.89. I looked them up online, and they go for $16, and they originally come with 3, but the only one they had left on the shelf was this set, and it only had 2 in it. You could see that the other jar was missing. So when I took this up to the cashier to ring it up, I asked them, since one was missing, if they could discount it further. Originally they said no, because it was already discounted to $2.89, and I just told the cashier, I was like, all right, I'll pass on it. Well, a manager came up for some reason for another issue for somebody else, and she had asked the manager about it, and they went ahead and gave me the jars for $2, which I think is a good deal. $1 a jar, that's not bad. So that really lifted my spirits too. I just feel like everything in my world, my universe right now is, I don't want to sound selfish or anything, but it feels like it's finally lining up. Everything is coming into accordance to my life. Like, for instance, This week is church revival. I wasn't able to make it on Sunday when it started, but I did make it on Tuesday evening. And even though I don't make it, I need to say this, even though I don't make it to revival does not mean I don't still watch it. I can watch it online as well. So I'm still attending, I'm still listening to the word. But on Tuesday, I forced myself to go, and honestly, I really needed to go. The preacher that was preaching on Tuesday was from Kentucky. It was like a new fresh breath of air, a new preacher coming in, and it was like he really spoke to me. He spoke on, anxiety, and he spoke on what's going on in the world today, and it just really spoke to me, and I literally ugly cried through the whole service. It was so embarrassing, and the reason I cried was because it's really hard for me to sit like that in church and on the pews, even though they are cushioned. It really, for some reason, takes a toll on my back. It really hurts. So I cried the whole time I was in church. It was so embarrassing, like I said. And I had a couple of brothers from the church come up to me and pray over me, which made me even more emotional. That made me cry even harder. So I think that was another release, because after I came home, I was really drained from all the crying and the pain. But that next morning, I woke up so refreshed, like there was a weight lifted off my chest. So that's what's been going on in my life. I'm just focusing on myself and trying to get back into my routine. I think routine is very, very important as well for mental health. And I'm pretty good at keeping my routine. But because I'm not doing YouTube every single morning, I've had to relearn a new routine. So that's what I'm doing. Feel like my spirit has started to come back. I feel like I'm wanting to do YouTube again. Tomorrow the plan is I'm supposed to be butchering ducks and I think maybe a few chickens, I'm not sure, but definitely ducks. So if everything goes as planned, I will be doing a video butchering the ducks. I will be at a friend's house, which will be good because if my pain flares up too much, I can just go inside and lay down on her couch or whatever, take a break. So that's what the plan is tomorrow. I'm super excited. We've been trying to get this duck butcher done for about a month, and just things keep coming up. So I pray it works out tomorrow and I'll be able to put out another video for you. And I just want to thank you for your support, for stopping by and watching my video. And I hope you are doing well, and I hope to see you soon.